To the famous buildings in the town, the Edinburgh Castle, the place of Pirate House, the National Gallery of Scotland, the National Museum of Scotland, the Princess Street, and the Royal. This was boring. Okay. To the famous buildings in the town, the Edinburgh Castle, the Palace of Holyrood House, the National Gallery of Scotland, the Museums of Scotland, the Princess Street and the Royal Mile. The Royal Mile consists by Canongate, High Street and Castle. She begins at the Edinburgh Castle and finished by the old Highland Church, the St. Giles Cathedral. In Edinburgh are living 11 nationalities. There are Scots, German, Irish, Polski, Italian, Ukrainian, Bengal, Chinese and British.
They have 2 football clubs. They have 1 rugby stadium, 1 ice hockey team and 28 golf clubs.
One famous building in Scotland are the St. Giles Cathedral and Robert Burns Monument. Every birthday of Robert Burns have a big celebration in Scotland, and last year he had a birthday who was around 1 year along was celebrating. The biggest event is the big tattoo. On one day of the year comes the best pipers of Scotland to Edinburgh and play some songs, Flower of Scotland, Highland Cathedral and some other great songs of pipes and drums. Famous persons? Oh, there are many people who live there, write a book in one cafe, or there are many philosophers, medicals and anyone more. And free.
In Edinburgh was the last big fight of Britain and Scotland. In 3 days of the year are big Highland Games in Edinburgh. Any Highlander of the world are there, the World Cup.
Next year I will be there and it will be great. To the famous building in the town, Edinburgh Castle, the place of Holyrood House, the National Gallery of Scotland, the National Museum of Scotland, the Princess Street and the...
Das kommt in die Outtakes.
Ich dachte, ich kann fallen und mir nicht wehtun. Ich bleib jetzt hier sitzen.
Ich glaub, die filmt immer noch.
Ja. Oh mein Gott. In Edinburgh are living 11 nationalities. There are Scots, German, Irish, Polski, Italian, Ukrainian, Bengal, Chinese and Britain.
They have 2 football clubs. They have 1 rugby stadium, 1 ice hockey team and
Die Kamera wackelt von hier.
oh God.
Kann jemand anders filmen? One famous building in Scotland are the St. Giles. The biggest event is the big tattoo. In one day of the year comes the big pipers from Scotland to Edinburgh. Ja, weil Pipers machen! Kannst stoppen!
In Edinburgh was the last big fight of Britain and Scotland. Ach Mann, so kann ich nicht arbeiten. Mach nochmal.
Penis.
Mach weiter.
In Edinburgh was the last big fight of Britain and Scotland. In 3 days of the year are big Highland Games in Edinburgh. Any Highlander of the world are there. The World Cup next year I be there and it will be great.
Okay.
Ja!
Freiheit.
Freiheit!
Hinfallen. Atze hinterher rennen, auf den Po springen.
Sandig.
Kiki obendrauf.
Nein.